Hello everyone, I am Avantika Kansal and you are watching New India Junction. In today's video, we are going to talk about India's massive transformation which has happened over the years from poverty to prosperity, which is a true inspiring story of success and hope. In today's video, we are going to deep dive into this data and understand how the current Modi government has helped millions of Indians, especially the poor Indians' lives, to change for better. So when we look at this data, let me tell you the source of this data. The source is Oxford Poverty and Human Development Initiative. And this map talks about the percentage of people in each state which were poor in 2005-2006. This is both of them are India's map. Vis-a-vis what percentage of people in each state were poor in 2019 to 2021. So let's start from the very first state, which is J&K. When we see 2005-2006 data, 41% of J&K's population was poor. Vis-a-vis, when we come to 2019-21 data, Ladakh is 6.5% and J&K is 6.3%. And that's the huge phenomenal change that has happened in just few years. Now, when we look at Bihar, which had the maximum number of poor, which is 79.3, which is also shown on this scale, the maximum number of poor people in the year 2005-2006 were 79.3%, which means 79.3% in a given state. Vis-a-vis, when we see Bihar in 2019-21, 34.7% poor. So as you can see, the change is massive. Also, when we see here, the maximum number of poor in a particular state is now 34.7%. Now let's look at Uttar Pradesh. 68.1% population was poor, which is almost 70% of the population was poor of Uttar Pradesh. Vis-a-vis, when we talk about 2019-21 data, 22.9% people are poor, which is a humongous change. It is almost a reduction of 50%. And this volume in itself talks about the development which has happened over the years. Now let's look at Madhya Pradesh. 68.1% of people were poor in the year 2005-2006. Vis-a-vis, when we talk about 2019-21, only 24%. Now again, the change is massive. Now let's look at Rajasthan. 62.8% of the population was poor. Now when we look, which was in year 2005-2006, now when we look in year 2019-21 data, Rajasthan stands at 16.6% poor. And this is the phenomenal change which has come. Now let's also look at states like Assam. 60.1% population, 60.1% population of Assam was poor. Vis-a-vis, when we talk about the data in 2019-21, 21.7% from Assam are poor. Even let's look at Maharashtra. 37.9% people were poor, vis-a-vis now 9%. Only 9% of entire state's population, which is the data in 2019-21. Now again, when we go to Gujarat, 41% were poor in 2005-2006. And when we look at the current data, Gujarat is 14.4% in the year 2019-21 as per the survey. So these numbers in themselves, they talk about the development which has happened over the years, and the government has made sure that all these welfare schemes which are provided by the government are given to the poor. They are reaching to the poor of the poorest of the society, and they are making difference in their lives. Let me tell you the data. 41.5 crore Indians have come out of poverty in last few years. Yeah, that's right. 41.5 crore Indians have come out of poverty in last few years. Now let's look at different welfare schemes which have inspired this kind of humongous change. Let's talk about PM Awas Yojana. PM Awas Yojana has given a roof to more than 4 crore homes. Now let's talk about more beneficiary schemes such as Ujjwala Yojana. Ujjwala Yojana has given LPG cylinder connection to more than 9.5 crore women of India. Not only this, under Jal Jeevan Mission, the poor people of India are given tap connection and it has touched almost 12 crore homes. Talking about Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan has given basic right and basic dignity to females of the poor section of India, and it has touched 11 crore families. Now, there are other welfare schemes such as Ayushman Bharat, which basically provides a health insurance cover of up to 5 lakh for a single individual, has touched more than 24 crore families. Under PM Kisan, more than 11 crore farmers have been benefited. Now, when we talk about all these numbers, we definitely cannot miss the time of COVID. Especially when we were at the peak of COVID, almost 220 crore doses of COVID vaccinations were administered, out of which 95% were given free of cost. And this is the kind of welfare schemes which have been provided by Government of India, and this is the kind of development which has inspired in last few years. So that's all for today's video. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to New India Junction. This is Avantika Kansal signing off.